Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome to another session of Let's Discuss with Missymak. Now, I have a young lady here today, and I will let her rather introduce herself to you.
Okay. Well, my name is Jennifer Clark Dale, and I am from Jamaica, and I'm here this morning with my friend to discuss my health journey.
Okay, so yes, so we are discussing health, as Jennifer said, and I think it's important. We get to a certain stage in life, and it's important, really. Lots of us will have issues that we're dealing with, and so it's good to share with others so that others will get an idea of things that they need to do. So, Jennifer,
Yes.
so are you working at present?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so why aren't you working then? What did you do, or what do you do?
I was a teacher,
Oh, a fellow
and
teacher.
I spent 32 years in that profession.
A long time.
Yes, a long time. And I retired last month.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
Also just recently retired.
Recently.
Okay. We have talked
Yes.
about retirement, but we're not talking about that today. So, you retired because you wanted to, or did you have to?
Because of health issues.
Right, because of
Yes.
health issues.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit about your health issues.
All right. So, um, 2024, I was at school.
2024. We're in 2024 now.
Yes.
Oh, you were at school this year?
No, not this year.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, sorry.
I'm
Okay.
gonna start back. So it's 2014.
Right.
I was at school, and I had a really hard time with a grade 4 class because they were reading below the grade level, and I was working very, very hard on them to get them up to the grade 4 level so that they could do their their upcoming exam.
Mm-hmm.
So I was putting out a lot of work with them, which I up to this day I don't regret it, none at all, because they all came out successful. But one afternoon I was telling them it's time to tidy the classroom, and we were all rushing to get the classroom cleaned. And then I was telling a little girl to take her things from off the ground, put them in her bag, and sort out her area. Um, while I was doing that, and I realized that I was just talking, but no sound was coming. And so I started to point, but I realized that the students were all looking at me curiously, but no sound was coming out. And then I realized that my chest was being tightened. And I said, no, God, don't let me die in front of my students. I love them so much, and I don't want them to carry this burden with them.
Yes, wow.
Just,
Wow.
just, just hold me. Don't let me die inside the class. And I realized, and I remembered staggering to the classroom door, and some of the students saw what was happening to me. And I said, God, just comfort their little souls. Don't let them worry about me. And I was staggering to the bathroom because my intention was to go somewhere where,
Yeah, you can get
if
yourself in there.
yes. So I was staggering to the bathroom, and I remember reaching at the side of a grade 2 class, and there was a class on the block there with another teacher who was always looking out for me.
Mhm.
And it's like God told her to look outside, and she saw me.
So can I just interrupt you there? So, you felt this way. So you did, because you said, oh, you didn't want to die in front of the students. Did
Yes.
you actually feel that you
Yes.
were going to die?
Yes.
Oh my word.
And I could not breathe.
Right.
So, and inside of me was getting hot, very, very hot, and I wanted water. So when I was staggering to the bathroom, that teacher ran, and I was falling to the ground, and I just itched myself to that grade 2 classroom and was going down on the ground when she came and held me. And she told me that all I was saying, because I did not know what was happening. She told me I was saying, give me water, give me water. So she took me to the bathroom and she sent for water and she gave me the water. And that's when I, gradually was coming back.
Wow.
And when I realized what had happened to me, they told me that they were taking me to the hospital, but stubbornly, I said no, I need to go home. I remember the secretary took me home, and another teacher drove my car. And when a couple of teachers came home with me that afternoon, just to ensure that I was okay.
Yes.
And it was a Friday evening, and the Saturday, I told my son, he was 8 years old at the time. I told him that I want to go to the doctor because he was there experiencing all those things.
Yes.
So I told him that I want to go to the doctor, and we got dressed and we went to the doctor in the town. When I went there, I wasn't getting through, and I was feeling sick, very, very sick. And I said, come, we are going to go to another doctor. And that's when I, left the car there, because it's
So you managed to drive there. So
Yes.
you sort of recovered enough to drive there.
Yes, and that's
you
how
didn't-
I know that I am a faithful servant of God, and God is always giving me the strength despite the odds.
Yes.
And I walked from that doctor's surgery to another doctor's surgery, and she sent me to do echogram and an ECG. And then she sent me to do an executive profile. That was a Saturday.
Just
By-
explain an executive profile. So that's when they do lots of different tests.
Yes,
Right.
using your stool.
Right. Okay.
So all the things that would be happening to my body would show in that test.
Right.
So by the Tuesday, the test came back,
Yes.
and the doctor called me. When she called me, she said to she looked at me, really looked at me, and then I knew that something was wrong.
Wow.
And before she started talking to me, she said, let's pray.
Wow.
And she prayed. Then she said to me, that I was Miss Clark then. She said to me, Miss Clark, I am going to tell you the results. They are not good. And you know that God gave me the courage to just smile. At the back of my mind, I said to myself, God, you are always with me. And I know you are with me now. So whatever it is, you are going to take me through it. And she sent me straight to a hospital in Kingston. so that I could see a cardiologist because all my organs were bad.
Wow.
Yes, the results show.
So that's what the results show.
Yes, show that
Right.
all my organs, my kidney, my liver, my heart, all were going very bad. And that is why I was feeling that way. Now, the doctor,
I'm sorry, do they have any idea why this might have happened? Why, everything would be just going bad like that?
yes, unhealthy eating,
Mm-hmm.
stress.
Stress.
Yes.
Stress. Do you hear that, viewers?
And
Stress.
and overworked.
Overworked.
Yes,
All part of stress.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to the cardiologist in Kingston, my son took me there because the doctor advised me not to drive
Yes.
because my heart can give way anytime.
Anytime. Wow.
So when I went to the cardiologist that she referred me to, he sat me down and he read the report from the doctor who sent me. And he said, he shook his head. And he said, I'm going to do the echogram and the ECG again, just to confirm these test results. And he did it over again. And when the result came, he sat right in front of me and he said, my dear, you are one lucky person. I have never seen this in all my life. And I just look at him and smile. My son was there. My son was starting to panic. I was the strong one.
Yes.
And yet I was feeling everything. But I had to be strong. I have never given up. And he said to me, listen, you have to go to the hospital. Do you want, it was medical associate then. But I said, I have my docket at the university hospital, so I prefer to go there. And he said to me, okay, I'm going to write you up for immediate admission at the university hospital. And I said, Doc, I have my son who is 8 years old at home. I need to go home. He said, no, you can't go home. You have to head to the hospital right now because any minute your heart can give way. And I sat there and I said, okay. And he wrote up the referral for immediate admission.
Can I just pause you there?
Yes.
We're just going to stop there and pause there for a moment. We're going to do another part because I really want to hear all of what Jennifer has to say. I know that they're talking about all people managing their health, but I
Yes.
think it's important to hear her story, how she got from where she was to where she is now.
Right.
So we're going to do that in the next part. So tune in for part 2 of Let's Discuss with Missymak, talking to Jennifer regarding